And I'm back like magic. Okay, so I'm gonna unpack these incentives. This will be a really short video here, but I start with with Granny, right? Jed Granny, and it goes back to understanding the refining of capital is what I really call it now, because that's really what's taken place as we talked about in that previous video. So refine capital. The first one is going to be the carbon credit. Okay, so a carbon credit, and I use this. A carbon credit and Bitcoin are both a digital currency, okay? However, a carbon credit has a very tangible aspect to it, and it's tied to the reduction per ton of CO2. And so there's a monetary exchange for that. It's been around for almost 60 years with regards to it. And so that is what's taking place, and that's from a global standpoint. For example, in 2023, Tesla earned over $1.7 billion on the carbon credits alone, just with regards to what they do in the vehicles. And so this is a monetary market that has been around for, I think, close to about 60 years at this particular time. You can see in here the value reached over $949 billion in 2023. So this is unpacking that SREC. By the way, the SREC just stands for Solar Renewable Energy Certificate. When the government regulated this whole process, they went from naming it a carbon credit into an SREC, okay? Number two is the federal ITC. The federal ITC, which is a investment tax credit, incentivize renewable projects, the adaptation of renewable for your building, and you can deduct up to 50%. The bottom of it is 30, so somewhere between 30 to 50% of that one, of the entire project cost, okay? So this is the IRS telling you, hey, thank you for helping us participate. Thank you for participating and helping us in this. Because of that, you do not need to pay us profit up to 30% of that project. So if it's $1 million project, that's $300,000 that you get to keep. So instead of making your quarterly distribution, right now it's 2025. It's so if you're going to go solar, you are then saving the ability of making that next quarterly payment, or two or three, depending on the size of that. That's how huge the federal ITC is, okay? So that's refined capital number two. Number three is the MACRS. This is an accelerated depreciation, accelerated cost recovery system. That's the acronym for it. So you can depreciate 85% of that over the next 5 years. So not only do you get the carbon credit, not only do you get the federal ITC, now you get to fully depreciate that over a 5-year period. That's another incredible value. Refined capital number four is the utility rebate. The utility rebate offers building owners a powerful direct payment. It's an incentive for you going solar. Why? This was my biggest conflict. Why is ComEd paying? Because they're under these federal mandates. And so they're writing enormous checks to the government. And so what they're doing is it's just a partnership to help them meet their mandate. And so writing you a check for $100,000 is a lot easier than paying the federal government that. And that's what's taking place. So you get $250 per kW. And as you saw on that last example, it was almost $117,000. So depending on the size, you're getting a direct payment from the utility company. And the last one on refined capital is simply you're eliminating or reducing your energy bill. I mean, your biggest liability on a building is the roof. No questions asked. It's that roof. You never pay attention to it. You never want to deal with it. And here, what you're doing is you're turning that into an asset. And that rooftop now produces energy. And you are now eliminating, just as you saw in my client's example, pay $8,000 a month, $8,500 a month. That bill is going to be going to $15,000 here in the next couple of years because of what's taking place. And so because you now are the power company, you are producing your own energy and eliminating that monthly variable cost. Those are the 5 refined capital of what takes place with commercial solar. So any other questions, get a hold of us. Is it going right for you? we have to kind of work with you and kind of find out that depending on how much roof surface you have in there. But that's what this is for, because it is an aha moment. So looking forward to working with you. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.